Their Excellencies the Right Honourable Dame Patsy Reddy, Governor-General of New Zealand, and Sir David Gascoigne.
Haere mai rā, ngā manuhiri tua, raini wawa e tapu koutou nei koe ke atiki nā taumata teitei e. Haere mai, haere mai, haere mai rā.
Taia, taia. Taia tēnei momo, taia tēnā momo. Whakatairangatia, whakatairangatia. Whakamānawatia te toki atu, whakamānawatia te rau orongo. Oi whiwhia te tohu, oi rawea te tohu, oi tamaua te tohu, taumata rautia te tohu, haui e, hui e, tai.
Ngā mana, ngā reo, ngā iwi o ngā hoewha. Tēnei aku mihi mahana kia koutou. Kia ora tātou katoa. Warm greetings to you all and welcome to Government House. I specifically acknowledge our kuia, Dr. Hiria Hape, and our kaumātua, Professor Piri Shasha. Tēnā kōrua. It's a real pleasure to host this investiture ceremony and bring together 10 honour recipients along with their family and friends to recognise the contribution they have made to our country. As Governor-General, I have the honour and the privilege, on behalf of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth, the Queen of New Zealand, to hold an investiture for her and to confer the honours to which each recipient is entitled. Ladies and gentlemen, as each one is honoured, I invite you to join me in congratulating them and thanking them for their service to our country. Ward Kamo will now summon the recipients and read a citation for each one.
Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Knight Grand Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit. Sir Stephen Tyndall of Auckland for services to business, the community and the environment. Sir Stephen Tyndall has contributed to the community, business, international trade and commerce and the environment in New Zealand for more than 40 years. Sir Stephen founded the Warehouse Group in 1982 and established the Tyndall Foundation, one of New Zealand's leading philanthropic organisations and foundations that has since donated more than $145 million towards strategies to improve communities and the environment. He founded K1W1, the Tyndall family's $250 million seed and venture capital fund, which has invested in more than 200 startup and early stage businesses in biotech, clean tech, high tech, and environmental technologies. He was appointed a Distinguished Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit for his services to business and the community in 2007, later redesignating as a Knight Companion in 2009, and has continued to contribute in a range of roles since that time. He has provided sponsorship to Team New Zealand in contesting the America's Cup, and as chair of Team New Zealand is currently involved in preparing Auckland to host the defence of the Cup. He chaired the Growth and Innovation Advisory Board from 2007 to 2009, the Climate Change Leadership Forum from 2007 to 2009, and the Broadband Investment Forum from 2008 to 2009. He chaired the Jobs Summit Working Group in 2009 with a particular focus on Auckland, including an involvement co-funding the Mayor's Task Force on Jobs. He helped establish Trees That Count, which have planted more than 11 million trees across New Zealand in the past year. He was a council member of the World Business Council for Sustainable Development and remained involved as a co-founder and chair of Kiwi Expat Association, KEA, until 2012. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a Companion of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Barbara Chapman of Auckland for services to business. Barbara Chapman was CEO of ASB, overseeing the establishment of its Community Groups Assistance Grants program. She has overseen ASB's support for the Dairy Women's Network, the Auckland Diwali and Lantern Festivals, and the Springboard Trust. She instituted ASB's Whakaterehia program to encourage Māori representation in senior management. Her advocacy for the LGBTIQ+ community saw ASB recognised with a rainbow tick. She was an inaugural trustee and chair of the New Zealand Equal Employment Opportunities Trust. She was a member of the Champions for Change, is a member of Global Women New Zealand, and was an inaugural member of the 25% group, which aims to improve gender diversity in senior management. Ms. Chapman was chair of Oxfam New Zealand and was on the board of supervisors of Oxfam International. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of an Officer of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Mr. Rob Tappert of Auckland for services to the film and television industries. Rob Tappert is a film and television producer from the United States who has been involved with New Zealand's screen industry since 1993, bringing projects into New Zealand from major production studios. He produced the feature films Boogeyman, 30 Days of Night, and Evil Dead, and seasons of the television shows Ash vs. Evil Dead, Hercules, The Legendary Journeys, Xena, Warrior Princess, Legend of the Seeker, and Spartacus. The shows Hercules and Xena provided more than 7 years of continuous employment to hundreds of people in the industry and opportunities for New Zealand actors and crew to hone their expertise. Mr. Tappert has made a point of engaging New Zealanders as heads of departments on his productions and has kept post-production of his projects within New Zealand. Your Excellency, to receive the insignia of a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit, Ms. Gina Delabarca of Auckland, for services to the film industry. Gina Delabarca co-founded the Show Me Shorts Festival Trust and has been festival director since inception. Organisation of the festival includes running a system to assess 2,000 film entries, staging 2 opening night functions, and coordinating venues around the country. She has developed a diversified revenue stream to allow the festival to expand its activities. She was instrumental in having the festival recognised by the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, with top festival award winners qualifying for consideration for Academy Awards. She has developed a network of ambassadors who advocate for the festival. Ms. Delabarca is a board member of Short Film Conference, an international association promoting short films. Professor Alison Jones of Auckland, for services to education and sociology research. Alison Jones teaches in Te Puna Wānanga School of Māori and Indigenous Education at the University of Auckland and has worked for more than 30 years in the field of sociology of education. Her areas of study have included feminist theory, an ethnographic study of Pacific Island girls' schooling, social anxiety about touching children, and Māori Pākehā educational relationships. She has authored, edited and co-authored many research articles and 12 books, including He Kōrero, Words Between Us, First Māori Pākehā Conversations on Paper, and Tuai, A Traveller in Two Worlds. Professor Jones is a manuscript reviewer for several international journals and publishers. She has supervised more than 70 postgraduate research projects. Professor Tracy McIntosh of Auckland, for services to education and social science. Tracy McIntosh of Ngai Tūhoi is co-head of Wānanga o Waipapa and Professor of Indigenous Studies at the University of Auckland. Her research has focused on social inequality and the experience of prisoners, particularly of wahine Māori within New Zealand. She visits prisons weekly and teaches creative writing at Auckland Regional Women's Corrections Facility. She has served on multiple panels and was the co-director of the New Zealand Māori Centre of Research Excellence, Ngā Pai o Te Māramatanga. She is a member of the Welfare Expert Advisory Group and Te Wepu I Te Ora. She is a board director of Te Ira, a social collaboration between People at Risk Solutions and Tūruki Healthcare. Dr. Susan Morton of Auckland for services to epidemiology and public health research. Susan Morton is a public health physician specialising in life course epidemiology and has been the director and principal investigator for the contemporary longitudinal study Growing Up in New Zealand since its development phase. The study has involved recruitment of more than 6,500 children and families during pregnancy and the planning and collection of information from approximately 15,000 participants over the past 10 years. Dr. Morton established the University of Auckland Centre for Longitudinal Research, He Ara Ki Mua, and is its inaugural director. She has engaged with multiple government agencies and has developed international relationships, facilitating comparative research with longitudinal studies across the globe. Mr. Paul Spiller of Auckland for services to chess. Paul Spiller is World Chess Federation, FIDE, Zone 3.6 President, the highest organisational post attained by a New Zealander in chess. He is currently Vice President of the New Zealand Chess Federation, NZCF, having served as a councillor and later as President. He served in committee roles with the Howick Pakuranga Chess Club. He organised numerous exhibitions and junior coaching clinics. He co-organised the Borough's Computer Grandmaster Tournament in Wellington and led the New Zealand women's team to Buenos Aires. Mr. Spiller has organised many other prestigious tournaments, including the 2017 Oceania Championship, where multiple New Zealand players qualified for Masters titles. To receive the Queen's Service Medal, Ms. Jan O'Connor of Auckland for services to local government and the community. Jan O'Connor served on the Takapuna City Council, North Shore City Council and Takapuna Community Board. She is a member of the Devonport Takapuna Local Board, trustee of the Michael King Writers Centre, patron of the Takapuna Tennis Club, vice patron of the North Shore Brass Band, and a member of Environment Takapuna. She was a member of the Waitemata Electric Power Board, the Power New Zealand Shareholders Society, the North Shore Theatre and Trust, and the Piha Ratepayers and Residents Society. Ms. O'Connor has been a strong advocate for public transport and the preservation of public open spaces. Reverend Penisikoto Tungiatama of Auckland for services to the Niuean community. Penisikoto Tungiatama is founding minister of Takanini, Niue Pacific Islanders Presbyterian Church. He was a Niue language teacher for adult community courses at Aorere College. He was a founding member of the Niue Advisory Council, Niuean Soccer Council, and Niue Cricket Council. He chaired Pacific Islanders Ministers Fraternal and was moderator for Niue Council of Ministers. He was a voluntary chaplain for Middlemore Hospital. He is presiding minister of the Niue stage at Polyfest and minister for Niue Teachers Association, Toa Matala. He sits on Manukau Institute of Technology's Pacifica Community Forum and the New Zealand Police Pacifica Community Forum. Your Excellency, the investiture is concluded.
An investiture ceremony is the most important event I hold on behalf of Her Majesty, the Queen of New Zealand. It allows me, as Governor-General, to recognise and thank an extraordinary group of New Zealanders on behalf of all New Zealanders. By using their talents to make ours a better society, whether by service to their communities or their commitment to excellence in their field of expertise, or by their leadership in diverse fields of endeavour, our recipients have set a fine example to others, encouraging them in their own endeavours. To the recipients, it's been a privilege to hear your stories today. You've demonstrated determination, commitment and compassion in your daily lives. In your own way, each of you has helped to make New Zealand a better place to live. In some cases, your influence and the positive impact of your work has extended beyond our shores. Your actions and the stories we've heard reflect the spirit of the words of another great New Zealander, Sir Paul Callaghan, when he said, "What greater sense of fulfilment can there be but to make a difference in the community in which you live?" Your contributions have enriched the cultural, social and economic fabric of Aotearoa New Zealand. Please wear your insignia with pride, knowing that your communities appreciate and value your work and are inspired by your example. On behalf of the Queen of New Zealand and all New Zealanders, I congratulate you on your achievements and I thank you for your service to our country. Kia ora puihui tātou katoa. Ladies and gentlemen, that almost brings to a close the formal part of today's ceremony. But before we break for refreshments, may I ask you to stand and join me in singing a national anthem in Māori and in English.